There is a particular mechanic in D&D which I absolutely adore, but it's one that I really didn't even think about until I'd already been DMing for several years. It's not anything to do with ability usage or action economy, and no, this is not another video on skill challenges. What I consider to be the most underrated mechanic in D&D is concentration. It's interesting because concentration on its surface seems like a pretty mundane effect meant to balance certain spells. And a similar mechanic in a video game would be pretty unremarkable. In a game like Elden Ring, if I went to cast a sorcery or incantation with a long, interruptible cast time, I have to know which parts of which enemy's attack patterns give me enough time to do so. Or in other real-time games, it might be a matter of using the spell as the second part of a combo on the tail end of some sort of crowd control ability. And then in turn-based video games in which the bad guys are controlled by computer logic, it would be a matter of understanding what is going to happen in future turns and waiting to cast the spell until you know you're not going to be interrupted. But in D&D, a game run by a dungeon master, concentration goes from mundane to incredible. Because I control the bad guys, and I know how concentration works, I get to decide exactly when and how many times each character makes a concentration save. Is a monster's intelligence high enough to know that certain spells require a caster's concentration? Is their wisdom high enough for them to have the presence of mind to do something about it? I, the DM, get to do this calculus myself during combat. And then if I choose to act on it, it will be at the exact moment in time when it will be the most dramatic. My goal as the DM is to make the game as fun and as interesting as possible. But a lot of the tools at my disposal to do that are rather unwieldy. But concentration is a precision instrument. A scalpel which gives me a finer degree of control over combat than pretty much everything else in my tool belt.